Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having an amazing day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. Let's go ahead and type the number 1 in the chat box or the comment section. Let me know that you can. I would truly and greatly appreciate it. And as you do, keep in mind that everything we look at is for educational purposes only. Nothing's meant to be advice or recommendations. And if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe or follow along with the various social platforms we have out there. Check out our podcast that drops every week. Of course, all the stuff we do here on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, everything. There's a lot of stuff out there, folks. Right? So make sure you're checking it out. All right. Morning, all of you. Let's go ahead and jump right in. I want to start off with the futures. I remember this song called The Roof is on Fire when I was in my younger days. Somebody say, ho, the roof's on fire. Look at this, guys. All of a sudden, what happened? Well, what do we got? 8:30 this morning, producer price index. Gee, it costs producers more money to produce. Really? We're surprised about this? That's, CPI, core CPI, same report, okay? 2 o'clock, we do have FOMC. All day long is the G20 meeting when the biggest idiots, politicians in the world get together, meet, talk, discuss of other ways they can mess us up, right? So we'll see if anything comes out of that. I don't expect much from it. FOMC minutes, we've got to look at what the language is this afternoon. So caution, grasshopper. We just went from triple digits on the NASDAQ to, crush, right? We're only up 7 points on the S&P. We're up 41 points on the Dow, 27 points on the NASDAQ. The RUT's up 5. Bitcoin's back under 19K. Ethereum's back under 1,300. Gold is down 11 points, and Earl is just about $89 a barrel. That's okay. Better than we were, that's for sure. All right, let's go take a look at trades from yesterday. There are some trades that you did drop them in. Remember, this is an accountability factor. That's all this is. It's showing that you're doing, right? Just funded, non-funded, broke even, made money. It doesn't make a difference. Just drop those trades in. I share everything from yesterday here with you guys over and over and over and over again. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a look. The very first one was Meta. So Meta, M-E-T-A. All right, let me go full screen on this. Let's go grab Meta. All right. So Meta, they got a downgrade yesterday. We're looking for a bear call spread above 135. They got down and went very nice. I love that they broke down and opened below yesterday's, the previous day's low. Right? They opened there. They stretched up. The bulls tried to fight and win. They couldn't. Him crashing down, right? They retested it one more time back up in here, but nothing to worry about. So on Meta, we did the 135.6 bear call spread. We're able to get 60 cents for it on the bear call. And then the other one was ZS. The president was resigning on ZS. So let's go take a look at ZS. President was resigning. So we were looking at a bear call spread above 157. So we did 157 half 160, and we were able to get $1.10 on that one yesterday. And then it was just from where it opened up, guys, about 153. It closed at 149. So nice little continuation drop there. So very, very nice. Very, very nice. Robert, my friend, KLAC spread for a 12-cent profit and 79 cents in the SPX. Amazon, Meta, and Apple still working. Yep, excellent. All right, great job, Robert. Anybody else have some trades? Drop them in. We will gladly talk about them. All right, with that, let's go take a look at today's candidates. I do have a watch list built out today, as I normally try to do on Omega Charts. So the very first one is Bros, B-R-O-S. All right, so let's go take a look at them, which is Dutch Brothers, Inc., Class A common shares. So let's unscrunch that down. So BROS, they got an upgrade from JP Morgan. A lot of big names with upgrades initiate coverage today. A lot of big names. So that upgrade is taking them up $1.05 right now. So they're at 30.60. Guess what? They're sitting right at resistance, bumping our head on ugly. Remember, ugly is a confluence. There's a resistance, fib line in my case, and the moving average. Two things, stronger, thicker, better, stronger, faster, right? The $6 million man. There's more resistance in that area, and we can't get through it. So guess what? I am not excited about this upgrade whatsoever. So we're going to write next, right? The most important word in a trader's vocabulary is next. All right. Don't look for good candidates. Get rid of the bad ones. The good ones will rise to the top. All right. Then we have CCJ. They're part of a buyout. CCJ right now is down $3.65. See, now I like it. Look what's going on. We've broken through all our moving averages. We're down below that already. We have lower highs setting up in there. And now this probably gives us lower lows at 22.17. It does. Right. So I like that pattern a lot. We're going to look at a bear call spread above 26. No, where are we? No, hold on a sec. We're at 22.17, above 25. Above 25. All right, which is this line right here. Excellent. Chipotle Mexican Grill. Let's see. So not Chipotle. Okay, shows you where my head is at today. That's what my thought for lunch is today. CME, the Chicago Merc, right? CME Group. They have coverage was initiated on them by Citigroup today. They're up $2.05 to 172. Again, there's so much confusion on how people trade news candidates. There's good news on CME today. We should go ahead and buy that stock. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying the news isn't good enough to drive it up and continue up. But look at the pattern here. Just look at what we're seeing here right now. Okay? And I didn't look at numbers yet. I'm just overall looking at the pattern of the stock. And my goal, when I set this up in the morning, I am not here to prejudge these candidates and only bring you ones that really work out well. That's a mistake. You learn nothing if I only show you the great ones and never show you why I eliminate the bad ones. And that's why this is so important. That's why being here is important. Yeah, you'll get a couple of candidates to look at for today, no question. Absolutely. But the bigger part of it is just making sure that you understand why this one is a no, or why we say next and pass on this one, right? So if we're up at 172 right now, guess what? We've got resistance at 174.36. Okay, so we've got bullish news. It's driven CME up $2. We didn't get to bumping our head on ugly, but we are even, I don't want to say worse, but maybe in just as bad of a shape if we can't get above some sort of level that can become a resistance to us as we go on. So is there opportunity here? Yeah, if you want to be aggressive, and that's the way we'll list it, as aggressive, but you've got to be careful here. So on CME, we're sitting at 172. We're going to look at a bull put spread below 169, and we're going to put it as aggressive. Why aggressive? Well, because we haven't gotten into a good bullish territory at this point. So I can take it. If I want to partake in it, I want to participate, take a smaller amount. If you normally take 10 contracts, take 2 or 3 or 4 or 1, whatever it is. If you normally take 5, maybe take 1. If you choose to take it, if it fits your risk profile. All right, FANG, F-A-N-G, right? They are a buyout or part of a buyout on FANG. Now, they were up a little bit more in pre-market. Let's go take a look at, I missed that. FANG, I wouldn't have put them on my list at all. We got plenty of candidates today, but since we started it, they are monthly options only. So normally I don't put that on the list if we have a bunch of candidates. But you can see they were up. At 8 o'clock this morning, they were up here at $141, give or take. And now they're down at $139 and jingle. So they're up 42 cents. They have monthly options only on them. My immediate answer is going to be next. Right? Not interested. LMT. All right. On LMT, they got initiated coverage on them, and they're down this morning. So I don't know what the initial comments were from the brokerage firm, whoever it was, but they're down $2 to 409. All right. So 409 puts me just underneath that 409.58. It still puts me in a neutral bias. I've got a lot of just ugliness in there. So here's what we're going to look at on this, right? First, I want the stock above 411. Then I want to retest. And that retest would be at the 409.5 level. Right? From there, we could look at a bull put spread. and that would be below 409. So what am I looking for? Move up to about 411-ish. Doesn't have to hit that number exact, but ish. Pull back, retest, and bounce. Because the downside, I don't have a trade. If we break down, my 21 is too close to the 409. My 8 is too close to the 21. My 8's too close to the 401. It's too tight of a range. So the news came out. Lockheed Martin just dropped to 409 to 409.10 right now. So either I was reading it wrong or it just took a big shift. No, they were down. My bad. I thought we had good news on it. It wasn't okay. It was initiated coverage, but overall it's not performing well. Next. Sorry about all that. For some reason, I thought the initiated coverage was driving it up. In my head, I'm not paying any attention. I see it down 196, but I'm not saying it. All right, so we're going to say next on that one. Sorry about that. All right, 3 candidates left, folks. Drop in the companies you want me to take a look at. That's one of the most important parts of this training is what do you want to see for the day? What are you looking at? What stocks are you considering? And if you give me a plan, and what I mean by a plan is tell me the trade setup you're looking at. If you tell me you're looking at a bull put spread, or you tell me you're looking at a covered call, naked put, buying a put, buy a call, whatever it is, if you give me that, I'll know what to look for when I analyze it for you. If you just say Microsoft, I'll just tell you what I see on Microsoft. But it won't be geared to your particular situation. I am not that good of a mind reader yet. So on NOC, which is Northrop, right? You got Lockheed, you got Northrop. Also initiated coverage. They're up $3.69 to $5.11 right now. So if we scrunch the chart down a little bit, $5.11, we're still here. So we're going to look at a bull put spread below $5.08. Right, below $5.08. Yeah, that's exactly it. Say, hey, I'm taking you guys fishing. I'm teaching you how to do this on your own. So if I'm not here, you could still learn how to take advantage of these news type candidates in the mornings. And of course, don't ever forget, guys, if you go to tradinglikeaboss.com, you have how to trade news candidates right here, right? Go ahead and download that training and learn exactly the steps of what we do here. All right. Sean dropped that link in there so you can grab that. And guys, if you like what you see, smash that like button, give us a thumbs up, put it down in the comments below. All right. So NOC, we did, right? NOC, we said above below 508. Pepsi is next. I was surprised to see Pepsi like this. They're up $3.61. This is on earnings, good earnings, right? But again, look at what's going on with them. They're right now at 166. Right? They're sitting at 166. So where are they? They got above the 8. They got above this level here, and they got right up to the 21 moving average. Okay? Now, I am not opposed to going down below that 165, but you might want to look at it as an aggressive entry. So bull put spread below 165. Where I would have a serious issue is if we were still down below that 8 and trying to get above that on the announcement already. The announcement's out. The news is out. It's already driven the stock a good part of the way. And you see in many of the stocks that we look at here, you're going to move in one direction or the other, and it fluctuates a little bit, but it just kind of goes there. Maybe drifts in the same direction, up or down, gaps up, and it just drifts up a little bit. But you're not usually seeing this explosive moves after the announcement is out, right? So Pepsi, we're looking at bull put spread below 65. And again, consider it aggressive. And then last is SCHW, which is Schwab. Schwab is only now up 29 cents. They had coverage initiated by Citigroup. So CME was by Citigroup. Schwab was by Citigroup. BROS was by JP Morgan. A lot of big names out today with upgrades or initiating coverage and so forth. But they're up 29 cents to $72. So think about this. They were at 71.71. Right now, they're about where my horizontal line is, the mouse on the screen. Right? The question is, do you really want to take a bullish trade on this with it up 29 cents? I don't. Next. Right? To me, that's the best thing you can do for yourself is pass on the junk, only keep the ones that work, and get rid of everything else. All right. So with that, let's see what you guys got out there. Robert's asking for Tesla, Airbnb, and AMD for all for bear call spreads. Okay. So Robert, I love Tesla. Period. I love Tesla. Right. I am short some Tesla puts right now to put the stock at a much lower price than it was trading at when I was going to buy it the other day. So I'm very happy about that. So we're sitting at 216.5 right now as of yesterday's close. We're up 54 cents, which is 217. Yeah. So Robert, I wish we can get a little closer to that 226.5 level first, but yeah, I mean, I like it for anything bearish, true bear bias. Look at that strong bearish thrusting pattern we have in there. All of that, just amazing moves, right? So I like it a lot. So that's one, Robert. Next is Airbnb. Right, so Robert's looking at Airbnb as a bear call spread. Let's see what their Airbnb, let's see what their pre-market looks like. Oh, Airbnb. All right, so they're up 80 cents right now to 107.62. So you got 109 is resistance. Yeah, it's definitely in a bearish position, Robert. It's just a matter of what strikes are you looking at as potentials for this. Are you up above that 112 where we've got some resistance, or are you looking at doing something in the interim around the moving average level? Let me know what that is. And then AMD. You're going to make Trip mad, Robert, asking for AMD. Let's see. Where's AMD right now? Pre-market. So we're up a quarter right now, 25 cents. So bear call again. I'd like it below that 57.12. So if we can get the break in there, Robert, to the downside, retest and drop 52.65 is your next target. Yes, I like it above that 57. Or I would like to see it up near that 61 quarter level and roll over. Now, folks, remember, this is how I look at trading them. That doesn't mean you can't trade these. This is the way that I look at it for me, right? Because I don't sleep well. I don't think well throughout the course of the day if I'm getting in a trade that's not at the right position, right? Which is why you may see me, we come out with 10 trades here for today, whatever it was, and maybe tomorrow we find one that we take, right? If I don't like exactly where it is, I don't take it, right? So that's me. But I hope that helps, Robert. Okay, so 10 to 15 delta, if any premium. Okay, listen, I love that lower delta component of it. I do that with SPY all the time, where on bearish days, I rent my SPY shares out, even though I'm underwater on some of them. I rent my SPY shares out at that 10 to 15 delta with the goal of I don't anticipate it moving up strongly in the day. I've got a very tight stop on it if it does, so I'm taking out. But I'm all for it, Robert. So good. I like it. I like it a lot. Hope that helps, Robert. Let me know down below. Ellen's asking for the Qs. So the Qs right now are up $1.21. So I guess we stabilized a little bit on Qs. It puts us at 264, we'll call it. All right. So we still got that 267. So let's see where we are down below. Fire in the hole. Let's see. F2. Let's do this one more time. All right. So if we are up at 264, we'll call it, that puts us right about there. Right? We're right about where that horizontal line is. 267 is resistance. So I don't find the fibs in the right place yet, Ellen. So I'm looking for today, as I look every day for Qs and SPY, is pivot points. If we can get to a pivot, move off of that pivot level effectively, then yes, I'm all over it. I'd be cautious just off of the fib levels themselves, though. I hope that helps. Let me know down below. Ellen, Erica's asking for SPY down to 354.53. So, Erica, it sounds like you're planning on a typical day in the market where we start the day off strong and then go ha and collapse. Look at the last couple of days. I mean, here you go. We gapped up, we failed. We gapped down, we stretched up, and we failed. We gapped up and we failed. We gapped down, we stretched up, and we failed. Right? But what's the difference? Ellen, Erica, what I like most about what you're looking at right now, and let me scrunch this down a little bit, because you're saying 354, I think it was. 350, 453. Okay. So I'm not sure if that's not a Fibit. Maybe it's Fibit or Fibit, but we have changed SPY Fibits pivot points recently. So I'm not sure if you're using the same ones that I am now. But what I like about this is yesterday was we chipped away at the ice. That wick burst through that fib line yesterday, right? Barely, but we got through it. So we opened up a hole in the ice a little bit to give the bears a bigger shot at doing it. It's almost as if the momentum can continue after we tested it yesterday, right? So I definitely like to the downside. And yes, I'm definitely going to be looking at this today. It's already on my list because of that. Because last evening I did power option plays. This is one that's on my list for that type of trade, that little ice chipper trade. And we're looking for a new name for that. So if anybody comes up with something, let me know. Chipping through the ice. So Eric, I hope it helps. Let me know down below. So Ellen was saying puts on the Qs. Okay. So let me just go back to it real quick, Ellen. I didn't catch that when you put it in. Yeah. So definitely puts. Move up to near that 267 fail. And if we get a bounce today and you can get a bounce off a pivot level and take a bullish entry, I'm good with that. Absolutely. Tripp's asking for NVIDIA. Remember, folks, help us out. Give us some comments down below. Smash that like button. All right. NVIDIA for retest of 119 and a continuation to the downside. Yes. Where are we with NVIDIA right now? Let's see. My guess is we're up a little bit, but that's without looking. Yeah, 49 cents. Just S&P, the NASDAQ's up today. I just assumed we were going to be up on them today. So 19, 111. Yeah, I mean, we've got some way to go on it, Trip. But yes, I like that. And the fail, especially if we can get a nice stretch, a good quick run this morning, and then oops, giving way, or into the 2 o'clock minutes this afternoon from from the Fed meeting, the Fed minutes, right? That could be huge, right? I hope that helps. Andres, it's been a while, friend. How are you? Apple. All right, let's see where Apple is first off in pre-market. They're up 47 cents. Go figure. Just seems to be the round number, 40, 50 cents right now. Let's see. 134 and 141 is 6.7. We don't need a Fibit in there. It looks like we do have an artificial Fibit, meaning we're holding about that midpoint in there. So we're bouncing off of that right now. So again, I might look at pivot points. If you're looking for a move up, Andres, we're looking at that 141.33 level as resistance. If we can break through these midpoints, through this, I'll call it a false Fibit. Oh, I like that. False Fibit. It's there, but it's really not necessary to have in place. But we've been there now multiple times. If we can pierce through that false Fibit, we're looking at 134.31 as the downside target. Right, Andres? I hope that helps. Let me know down below. Excellent, Robert. Thank you, folks. Thank you for that. So Robert Rubin said, general question, do you ever take positions overnight in your trading account? If so, what types of setups do you look for? Yes, Robert, I do take positions overnight. It's just this marketplace has been much less of a reason for doing so. So here's what I normally do. My day starts off with my list of power option plays, right? So these 20 stocks that are on this list right here that I do every single day is where my day starts off. I've got a system now where we're going to be releasing shortly into power option plays. We're actually going to finalize a lot of it in 2 weeks in New York live with our Mastermind Inner Circle group when they're going to get together for the very first time ever as a summit with all of our top traders that we've got. And we're going to go through some of the strategy and the changes I made. I've already introduced it to Inner Circle, and they've been practicing it now. Tripp, who runs the Inner Circle for us, the Monday night check-ins, they've been practicing it now since we did our live training and going to keep doing so until we get together in a couple of weeks. So those, I'm going to break down that system where we have even a quicker way of analyzing and making decisions, yes or no, of what stocks do we want to look at of those 20 right now? How do we do it fast? So that's my very first thing. My next thing, as things settle out, and of course, news, right? I've got all my new stuff going on at the same time. Those are the same things to me. Then as the market starts to settle down a little bit, I start looking at my covered positions. Is there any naked puts I need to sell? Are there any covered calls that I need to write? Any positions I need to manage? All of that takes place. I'll be in the market until 11-ish o'clock, and then I walk away and can't always, but try to get back in the afternoon at 2. It's what happens when you decide to take on a business like Wealth Builders, right? Everybody needs help, right? We got all this stuff going on. But I try to get back at 2 in the afternoon, and then I look only for directional day trades. I'll rarely take an overnight trade. So I will take swing trades overnight. I will hold credit spreads overnight. I certainly hold naked puts and iron condors on the rut, and covered calls are all positions that are held overnight. All right. So hopefully that helps, Robert. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. And then Robert Stewart said Amazon doing the same thing. Okay. So I don't know what we're referring to, Robert. Sorry. You had in there. Oh, for the bear call spreads. Okay. Yeah. So break the 110 on Amazon, the 110 half, Robert. And absolutely, we're there. I mean, we're up 64 cents, but we got smacked from where we were. That's for sure. We are nowhere near where the numbers were sharing with us earlier as far as what was going on. So, movement wise, even with us being up like this, by on the SPY being up $1, right? We were up a lot more than that before. So I like the setups, guys. I really do. I think there's some great opportunities in there. So take advantage of them. All right. So with that, make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, go over to tradinglikeaboss.com, folks. Grab these free trainings. They're there for you. I made them. I know what's in them. Go grab them. Get registered for Friday's Trading Coaches Playbook. Next week, there's a couple of days I'm going to be out of town, and I've got some special guest coaches coming in here to help you guys out and teach you what they do. So make sure you start looking forward and planning for that. And guys, help us out and spread the word. If you know someone that's out there trading and they're not hanging out with us here in the morning, tell them about it. Tell them to go back and watch it while they're at work or at night when they come home. But ask them to, let them know what's going on here, that you like it, and bring them along. So have a great day, and I'll see all of you at our next update tomorrow. Take care. See you then, folks. Bye.